Gamers. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, weird to kick off SGF all alone. Them's the breaks when they toss a show on a Tuesday at 9 a.m. What up? I'm here. Rocking the pink Phyllis shirt today. Sipping on my coffee because I just got down. Just woke up and got down here. Excited to kick off SGF here. Day 0, we're calling this. Tomorrow, we're calling that day 0.5 because PlayStation announced the state of play. Excited to kick off here with the Mixed Summer Game Showcase. New name. This used to be the Guerrilla Collective. It is run by Mix, the Media Indie Exchange, so it makes sense. The name change makes sense. More cohesion in the brand there. Yeah, busy gamer week. Very busy gamer week. So many things to talk about, to write about. But we, of course, are going to start with this show, which is starting in less than a minute. So we'll go over to the reaction screen. As always, let me know how the volume is, balance. I know that's always tricky with these shows. But yeah, Guerrilla Collective, Media Indie Exchange Summer Game Showcase Mix. Always the biggest shotgun blast of the week, as far as you get so much shown at this event, so much variety, that there's always going to be a game, a block that is for someone. They have like they'll really segment out their like blocks of trailers, kind of curated into little segments. There's cozy, there's horror, there's action, there's shooter. You know, they got a little bit of everything. So excited to see what the brand change comes with. If it feels exactly the same, if it's a little different, we'll see. Usually hosted by one of the minds behind the Media Indie Exchange, Justin. Let's get going. First cup of coffee.
What is cracking, fam? It's your man Justin Woodward from The Mix, the host with the most.
What up?
Play me close like butter plays toast.
Okay.
This is the Mixed Summer Game Showcase, previously the Guerrilla Collective, but nothing has changed. We are still bringing that summer barbecue heat for the streets. I'm not alone in this event adventure. I'm here with my beautiful wife and
Whoa.
Candace Woodward.
Hey Justin, and hey everybody. I'm Candace, and yes, we are firing up the grill to cook with the latest and
matching
greatest
leather
indie games and
jackets.
developers. And during
Power
our time
couple.
together today, you'll discover a veritable smorgasbord of new releases to put on your radar and your wish list. I'm talking about hot upcoming games that will keep things popping between your cookouts and pool parties this summer and beyond.
That's right. Grab your floaties, Candy. You know summer is on the sizzle, and so are the devs.
Grab
We're
your
keeping it
floaties,
simple,
Candy.
lining up games in several categories that include world premieres, exclusives, and updates from some of our favorite developers and publishers.
And our friends at Valve hooked us up with a Steam event page, so make sure to open up Steam, follow the games on the show, and wishlist the ones that catch your eye. As a bonus, to show you some love for checking out the games, the developers on today's show have blessed us with Steam keys from games in their catalog. So when you see the following QR code, grab your phone, shoot your shot for a chance to get a free game.
Spiffy. Shoot your shot. This is just the start of our summer showcase. This Friday, we are taking over the rooftop of the Grammy Museum at LA Live for our in-person
I wish
showcase,
we could go to one of these.
where we will have over 50 games to play. We have more sweet events planned in the upcoming months, including the Dope Indie Game Awards, the Fall Showcase, and a new show we will dig into shortly. Follow The Mix on your favorite social platform to get the scoop on everything we're up to, including new showcases. For more info, visit our website at MediaIndieExchange.com. We are happy to bring back the featured charity for the showcase with Experience Studios. This nonprofit provides diverse professional entrepreneurs in the video game industry opportunities to become successful and build self-sustaining businesses, achieved through accelerator programs and access to funding opportunities. Check out the Tiltify Streamlabs QR code for more information and to donate.
Promo out.
Thank you to Twitch for working with us on this charitable cause.
Now, before we dig in, we have to thank our great sponsors who believe in the work we do here at The Mix. We really could not do any of this show without your support, so thank you so very much. And of course, we thank all of our featured dev teams who trust us to share their amazing projects with the world. It's your creativity and talent that truly make events like this possible.
Thank you so much. Kicking things off, we will start with some up-and-coming titles that will blow you away. The games in this group are the freshest of the fresh, the dopest of the dope, and you might even see some brand new projects you didn't know existed, and maybe even some world premieres. Didn't I tell you that The Mix always got your back? Because we do have your back. Keep your wish list locked and loaded, and let's hit play with no delay.
Roll the tape.
Justin always gotta toss in little rhymes. World premiere. I'm liking the vibes. Isometric 2.5D, all the turns. There's a specific, is it the weird like Wii My Sims games? Is that what's coming into mind right now? Okay, I like elemental focus. I love a tactics game that does focus on one concept. You know what I mean? I feel like so many tactics games are just the general Fire Emblem RPG generic stuff, but I like one that has like a focus and it hones in on that. I'm locked in now. My promo's out. Tell your friends. Help promo these. These are our this is one of the biggest times of the year for us. Of course I have my document ready and I completely missed the name of that game. Never end? Never's end? Something like that. This is looking wild. Glory! Welcome. Ascend 0.
Where do I even begin? I can think of that vacation, the run-in at the motel, that one argument.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mad
It
Rat.
was always the same.
Yeah, we had to go live so quickly that
It's
initial
been just
ad break
an awful
came
journey to get
mid-show,
both of us
so
here,
sorry about that.
Hasn't it? Where are you, my love?
Me when I don't know where Julie is.
Where are you, my love?
Sassy, welcome. Yes, welcome in, gamers. Oh, heinous.
Going to ruin us both.
Is that the fetus from fucking PT? Gosh, that took a while. I know. Sassy's come in straight into the wildest of vibes here. I love that Sassy's got the list of watching games and playing games.
Where are you, my love? But you'll come back.
I think I could do this one.
Where the hell are you hiding? You always do.
Oh! I don't like the thing that grab you. Oh, it is PT vibes, huh? Be crowned.
Now, the audience
Oh.
is thirsty
I've been waiting for this one. It's like Billy's Bus Stop or something.
That means you're done. We could both be
Musical game.
You'll swap the deck and play a part for me. Mops galore, you'd better keep it clean. Watch out now, my little friend, cause Sharpsby's looking mean. I've had
Oh,
enough
what?
of you, so time to
What the heck? Hold on.
on a string. I've had enough of you. Oh,
What is happening?
little Muppet plaything.
Sorry, I don't know how that happened.
Why does the sun go on shining?
Well, Billy Bus Stop was a cool one. That was the musical. You've probably seen it before. It's been big on TikTok and stuff. Stage-based musical game.
It's the end of the world. It ended when you said goodbye.
I don't know how I feel about a trailer like that. You tell me about how cool your game is, but you don't show me how cool your game is. World premiere. The Last Caretaker. It was, yeah, it's just, don't tell me your game's amazing. Show me your game's amazing. Yeah, no, yeah, that was a funny intro, but like, I didn't see that in the gameplay. You know what I mean? Okay, Wally with a gun. That's amazing. Show me what that means, you know? Okay, a tower defense game, survivor-like, where you're actively moving the tower instead of people moving through the tower, like that. The Last Caretaker was what it was, Sassy. I'm pretty obsessed. The Monsters Are Coming Rock and Road. With the survivor-like craze, it works for me. Playdate? Okay. Is that a frog? Exclamation point frog, chat. Okay. Tell me more. Oh, that's me. That was sick. Dead Finger Dice. Rancid by Prelia. Yeah, Neon Inferno. I've had this demo installed on my computer for forever. Been wanting to play. This one to me feels like the like so many games like capture arcade vibes, but there's something specific about this one that is giving arcade game, and I think it is partially it's so pretty. Arcade games always were a little bit, because there were machines dedicated to run this exact thing. Back in the day, arcade games were like you know, the prettiest games you could, so some of the prettiest games you can get, because they were built to run this thing. Rinks welcoming in, checking out Neon Inferno right here. Ooh, physical release. Love the aesthetic. I know the play style isn't for me. Yeah, I get that, but this definitely calls to me. Maybe I'll play the demo finally. Oh, I think I've seen this. Yeah. Flick Shot Ropes. Oh, I got an email about this, I believe. We love a disc flicking. There's got to be a term for this, right? Because there's so many games like this. I feel like it's obviously but there's a name for the disc flicking. Ooh, frog, another frog chat. Exclamation point frog. Chat, by the way, the hosts are going to be playing a little game soon. And you might be able to play as well. I'll have to get that out. Oh, lots of frogs, but let's add 2 more frogs. Oh, I'm gonna do a total of 3 here because there's so many frogs on the screen. But if you want to add 2 more frogs, go ahead, chat. Where you'll get to make some bets about what's gonna happen and during this week, and it's based on some fun little questions, and I'll get that out after today. It'll include today's stuff, but it'll be after today that, or you'll be after this show that you get to participate.
The gaming industry isn't just big. It's a colossal $240 billion universe where millions log in, play, and interact daily. And we are going to revolutionize that universe forever with Raijin. Raijin is rewarding gamers for doing what they love most, playing video games. The most popular, most adopted, and most fun games. Raijin will integrate with every Steam account, opening the door to over 100 million gamers to join the Raijin ecosystem. And the best part is, Raijin will let you convert your Steam achievements into real-world rewards. It's time to reward gamers for gaming. Link, play, earn. Raijin.
I don't like that. That smacks of like when you get those ads on your phone that are like
speechless. I didn't know I needed a game that combines minifigs with shuffleboard,
like,
but here we are.
Saying like play mobile games to, you know,
which is a sick new platform that allows players to get rewards through their achievements.
Play a mobile game to get.
Also benefits the developers.
I don't know. That's weird.
For that. Before we get to the next category, I want to tell y'all about a new online showcase we're putting together with the crew at Digital Banditos. It's called Indie Fan Fest, and it's not your typical showcase. This all-new event will have a special focus on Steam Next Fest and building up wish lists. One of the most important contributors to a game's success. The Media Indie Exchange is pumped about Indie Fan Fest, and we can't wait to reveal our plans. There will be more details soon, so get to liking and subscribing for all the updates.
Now post up because we're jumping into some sword swinging action. This category has vehicles, roguelike, Souls-likes, and the world's first Gardenvania.
Say that 5 times fast.
Gardenvania, chat. Lock in, you garden. Lock in, garden head. Oh, hell yeah. This is like, I think 3 years running now of Airframe Ultra. But it always looks sick. We need more hover vehicle racing games. Where are my Wipeout fans at? Did someone call? They said something about Gardenvania ranks, so get ready. Did you see that cool thing, Rinks, of speaking of Slime Rancher, developers donated 15K to a variety of LGBTQ foundations in where the devs are based. So one in, I think, LA, one in Portland. There was one more. Really cool. One in Seattle. Okay, wait, hold on. Beat 'em up with a great art style. I'm in. I just mashed X. And look pretty while doing it.
Just a fight for scraps and waste. We felt so poor and useless.
Indie game devs, I promise you, getting voice actors is 10 times better than using AI voices. So many games I've played demos for lately, I go into the description and it says, we used AI voices, and I'm just like, go to Fiverr, dude. You will get a voice actor that sounds 10 times better than a fucking AI voice.
The elusives are tiny creatures that live in our homes,
Is this a
hiding
frog,
from us
chat?
and borrowing whatever they need. To the
No.
elusives,
He looks
humans
very
are
frog-like,
giants,
though, this little guy.
Slow and clumsy beings, but also dangerous threats that must be avoided.
Ooh, I fear that a shrunk down
The raiders
platformer
are the
kind of
most
does it for
daring
me.
elusives, always seeking adventure and treasure.
Feeling like a little guy in a
They're
big
quick
world.
and stealthy, using guard cloaks to keep them hidden and invisible to the eyes of humans and predators.
Exactly, Rinks. Yeah. And
Elusive
if your
is an
project is
adventure
cool,
and exploration game with Metroidvania elements.
like,
the protagonist, Zoe, is a brave raider seeking adventure in the giant
you could
world
probably
of
get
humans.
some big name actors that'll do it
Along
just
your
because
journey,
for the love of the
meet
game.
other
You know what I mean? Like,
adventurous characters and merchants with whom you can build friendships.
obviously
In Elusive,
people deserve to get
you'll
paid and all that
explore
stuff,
every
but
nook and cranny of an old haunted house, uncovering pathways and tunnels within the walls that will lead you to hidden treasures. Elusive combines exploration with resource and treasure gathering, crafting, and quests in a giant house interconnected by
yeah, I
tunnels.
feel that, Petrichor. I think Rinks was pivoting off of my, you can find voice actors on Fiverr that are not
Let's
charging too
raid
much,
together.
that will be excited to be part of a bigger project. Yeah, it's, I mean, to a certain extent, I understand, especially on the indie side, why some people are like, I just want to get my idea out there. But at the same time, you're so desperate to get your idea out there. Like, there's someone out there who's so desperate to be part of a project like yours too. You know what I mean? You don't need to do that, you know? It feels like a lot of the time. This looks okay. Vinny's here during Viking hunting game. PM Studios, they're always fun. Whoa. Game Holla is calling. I'm such a hypocrite, man, because like sometimes I love roguelikes and I love like I love this push for this new, you know, especially as someone who just really sometimes just needs to busy my brain, and so like a lot of these games you can really like unplug and just like lose yourself to the grind. But also when I think about like people that aren't into it or newer to games that just, and then they see that and they like tune out immediately, you know? Then and it feels like it's like maybe a Roguevania because of that first like power pickup looked very roguelike. Like does percent damage increase, you know. This looks really pretty though. Dragon is dead. Oh yeah, I've been getting emails about this one. First time really being able to see it, and I mean, I'm more intrigued than.
The surface is no longer safe for humans. Mutated creatures and viruses force us to live in underground bunkers.
Okay.
Vela is training combat personnel like you to overcome and reclaim the surface. Through the simulation, you can safely learn all the skills needed for actual combat.
I do love mech.
Hello,
I do love
I'm
mech
John
games
Ju,
that
the developer of
are
Vela.
mech
Through this video, I
media
would like to
that puts you in
introduce
in the
Vela,
cockpit,
as
like
well as
surrounded by
training.
liquid.
Vela provides a perfect simulation that can substitute for dangerous real-world environments. Through this simulation, you can systematically learn all the Souls-like combat techniques, dodging, parrying, and fatal attacks. Block enemy attacks with shields.
This is kind of interesting. If it's truly meant to be kind of like a Souls-like trainer, that's kind of fun.
Missed opportunity to deliver critical hits.
Because there's so many of those now.
You can create your own combat style by combining various weapons, shields, and gear. Each piece of equipment has unique characteristics, making
Finally,
strategic choices
somebody.
crucial for victory.
I like the idea though. If this
From
pays
basic
off,
straight swords
where you do the training, but then you have to go out and do these
from
like
small
runs
buckler
where it's like,
shields to massive tower
then you bring it
shields.
into the
Every
real
choice
world or
determines
whatever
your combat
in this
style.
game, and like if you die, you lose all your shit. But then it's like that's why you got to train as hard as you can before you go out.
You can challenge
Okay,
yourself in a
yeah.
more difficult roguelike mode. This extreme training begins to prepare you for
That's
real
cool.
combat
I like
against
that. I like that
mutated
conceptually.
creatures.
Train really
In
hard,
simulation,
learn the
there's
techniques,
no need
and
to
then go
fear
out.
failure. You can experience new challenges and growth with each attempt. Failure will become another opportunity for learning. When you complete the simulation, you can challenge all the enemies you defeated with your honed combat skills.
I like
but
the
a single mistake means starting over from the beginning.
like essentially it could literally just
Furthermore,
be
hidden
this.
areas and special
It's
challenges
just
await
messaging
you.
here, but
You can
recontextualizing
overcome
yourself
the hacker's interference.
to be like, oh,
Special rewards
I'm
will
not
be
afraid of
given.
dying. You know, is
Soon, you will be
effective.
able to experience your first simulation. The Steam demo is expected to be released in August, with an official release planned for 2026. Vela will perfectly support your training. The future of humanity rests in your hands. Do not forget
Normalizing
to-
failure. I'm here. Epoch, welcome in. Yes, robots. This is a robot game. Robot Souls. Yeah, I like that. I like the messaging of that. Be okay with failure. Learn. So many other Souls likes the messaging seems to be no, get better. Get good. And it's essentially saying the same thing, but in a nicer way. Bird count. Hey, yo. Who's sipping the forbidden juice? Same. Oh, God. He took his forbidden juice. Oh. Let's not go there, actually.
Hi, I'm Zach, one half of the Beauty Cult, and we're making Nectarmancer, a highly acrobatic Gardenvania where you work for the throne.
Gardenvania. Here it is,
Throne
chat.
is a mysterious entity that's dominated the world for centuries, exploiting the land and people for one thing: nectar. Nectar is everything: money, energy, fuel, power. And the throne wants every last drop.
Nectar.
But as the world's reserves run dry and the forest itself begins fighting back, the throne has become desperate. So it's employed you, an expert in both sword and soil, to bring nectar to the throne no matter what stands in your way. But melee alone won't be enough. A nectar Nectarmancer can alter the very nature of their plants, using them as ammo or ammo factories.
There's so much
Providing
going
you
on.
with an extremely flexible loadout of projectile and soil-based support.
This is not a
Staying
cozy
good graces
game.
with the throne
But you know what? I like
might just survive in
a garden game that is not
Nectarmancer.
cozy. There's so much happening though. There's like that whole grid on the bottom of the board all the time, and each plant can have like 3 modifiers. Like, whoa. The garden is the antagonist. Nectar Nate. Yeah, I'm intrigued. It's a little scary. Nectarmancer. Okay, cute. Little guys. Look at these little guys. Little guys versus giant robots? Oh, and then they take over the robots. This is cool. 4-player co-op. I love an optional PvP mode, dude. Because sometimes after you've cooperated, you need to punch your friend. Yeah, this looks fun, regular. I feel old and fragile. I sneezed and my back started hurting. Welcome to aging. Mechanimals. That's cool. Lil Nemo. This game is so pretty and so fun. I played the demo, the last demo they had. It's so good. Look, Rinks, I'm just speaking the truth. Yeah, it's so cute. It's so fun. The demo's pretty extensive too. You can get a decent look at this world. Yeah, and the you going into every time you go to sleep and you take a little nip nap, you go into the dream world. Cute. Can I play the little dinosaur? I just want to be the little dinosaur. Oh, Lost Castle. Whoa. Yeah, this was one of those co-op beat 'em up roguelike treasure collecting games that people really liked. Lost Castle 1. So this is cool. Just the way these action screens look like, it actually reminds me of hold on.
Yo, Airframe Ultra is gaming at its peak. It was developed by
That's
Video
gaming,
the team
dude.
behind Rain World, and published by Acapulco Games. So hype.
And did you see we snuck in Little Nemo?
Rotwood.
Which looks gorgeous. Quick history lesson. That is based on a story that was written all the way back in 1905.
That is a long time ago, Candy. Yeah, I dug the Capcom
If you missed
version
it,
back in the day on the
yo,
NES,
we obviously
so
know
cool.
Justin. This is
We
Justin's
have to hit
wife,
that pause
which is
button
cool.
to give some love to Experience Studios, a Black-led organization that serves underrepresented communities in the game industry. The Mix enthusiastically supports their efforts through our contributions to their many important and inspiring events. In fact, mark your calendars for the next Black Voice in Gaming Showcase coming to a screen near you on Monday, June 9th at noon Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific, and is a part of the Summer Game Fest.
Now, slicing orcs in the face is cool and all, but sometimes you just want to spend a day crafting, farming, or
Oh, here we
cuddling
go.
with your beloved pet fire lizard. For those types of days, here's the
Chat,
category
lock
that'll
in.
feature farms, towers, and pets.
Let's get into it with some farms and towers and stuff.
Okay, that's cool. Creating the artificial clouds. Ooh, okay. You had me at the other thing where you're building a base out of, like, reclaiming some wreckage. That was really cool. Then we went to just kind of normal building. I do like the... Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I mean, not saying the building doesn't look good, too. I like the... having to build up the frame and emphasizing that. I feel like some games... A lot of games do that, but you don't realize it's that kind of game until you're in there. Cute animals. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Viddy. Shipping and logistics. Is this the farming sim that we finally get the whole group together? You know, you get the Biddy running the logistics. We got Fern running the farm. That's why we all come together, Fern. We unite. Hard cut in the music. Whoa, you get a bike? Bro, there's so much going on in this game. Could this be that one game, Farm Folks? I love the mullet. Oh my god. Okay, now we have a gun? Bro, there's a lot in this game. Genuinely a little bit of everything where, again, everyone can be a team. We can have a whole squad and, you know, we have the farmers, we got the romance, we got the logistics, we got the combat guys. Autonomica. Wild. Oh. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Oh. Satisfying. It's giving Forager, but you're not a little guy. Go to bed, Rinks. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a while. Good to see you in chat. I know we always stream when you are not here, so. Yeah, the scope looks nuts. Dragonlands. Little idle game. I know the gamers like an idle game. This looks cool because this looks like an idle game. This is what I'm looking for. An idle game that has something I can stop and do for a moment. So many of the idle games just don't have a lot going on. You know what I mean? So I like an idle game that has little things I can stop and do. Evolving? Oh no. Nanomon. Yeah, no, I think I've gotten emails about that one too. Tower defense with a slime girl? Where's Viddy? Viddy's getting fed today. Logistics and slime girls? Like, that's Viddy's thing. All I'm known for, exactly. Frog! Get an exclamation point frog out there. Oh, oh, oh! Yo, the new game from the Sticky Business developer. Yeah, exactly. Slime girl video tech. I'm like scared of this game because it's one of those you program your bots kind of games, and sometimes those work for me, sometimes they don't. I like this song. I missed the name of that tower defense game, chat. Don't yell at me. I was too busy making slime girl jokes about Viddy. There was a frog, chat. There was a frog plushie in that store. But see, look, there's enough going on outside of just the pure programming stuff that is really intriguing me about this, that I'd be willing to give it a shot. And I believe in Sticky Business Developer to teach me the programming stuff in a way that's not too scary. Are they back? Are the Lemmings back? Where are my Lemmings gamers at? Is this like Lemmings if it was a survival? Oh god, yeah, it's Lemmings. Straight up with the, that was one of the things in Lemmings, you have to have a guy at the edge saying, don't jump off the edge, please. I think it is. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm into that. Lemmings was a sick-ass game. That's like early PC gaming. I mean, it was on consoles too, but you're gonna play this on a console? Pokemon? I've never heard of a Pokemon. Okay, I like the blending of 3D and 2D, so that's cute. Okay, Yeah, the bubble cat. I do like this fire kangaroo. Very cute. It's almost giving Pokemon Go in the game, like this is their Pokemon Go, because the way he pulled out his device to capture Pokemon or whatever, the critters in that area, like by the park, kind of fun. Critteruptors. Oh, yeah. I think we saw like the last time we saw this game, it was just like the intro. Opus Prism Freak. Yeah, I remember this one.
I need to head up that mountain. My home's up there.
This looks good. This is giving... Oh, I like that guy! Opus Prism Peak, sassy. Fall 2025.
Hello, I'm Taylor, one of
Hi.
the developers behind Spirit of the North 2, which is available on PC, PS5, and Xbox. In this short deep dive, I wanted to share how we approached the most challenging but most rewarding aspect of the sequel.
Petrichor, I see
the
that.
Feel of controlling a
Definitely the
fox.
bond between
In the first
this older
game,
man
players
and...
told us the movement felt clunky, the collision was frustrating, and jumping wasn't intuitive.
Let's
And
go. I like
honestly,
this.
We agreed. Piloting a quadruped is very difficult in video games, and players aren't quite used to it. And from a dev perspective, it's a much harder problem than it seems. So for Spirit of the North 2, we threw out the old system from our first title completely.
I love
And
that.
started over.
Showcasing
Most
their flaws.
humanoid characters use a capsule collider. That works great when your limbs are symmetrical and your pivot point is in your torso. But with a fox, the capsule becomes oversized and the character rotates from the middle, making it feel like you're steering a shopping cart. We ended up doing something that usually is discouraged, dramatically shrinking the capsule and even letting the mesh stick out. This gave us a tight collision that allowed the fox to move through tight spaces and never bounce off nearby walls. The final movement model was inspired by a kite, where the head leads and the body trails. All the animations need to be rebuilt to match. But in the end, it felt more natural, responsive, and fun. It took years of iteration, but the difference is something that you will definitely feel when you play. The other big issue to address was jumping. We wanted the precision of scripted jumps without the immersion-breaking ledge markings seen in other games.
The little hop.
So
I
we
love
built
a
what we
little
call
fox hop.
target jump system.
With the
And the
little paws.
targets are placed procedurally in real time. The system evaluates dozens, if not hundreds, of factors and conditions in real time. It is easily the most complex system I have ever created, and also the most satisfying. But we didn't stop there. If you're sprinting, the procedural targets switch off. You get a more reckless, longer jump, perfect for covering distances fast in a huge open world. The balance between freeform movement and target-locked precision is what makes traversal in our game so fun and fox-like. That's it for now. There are many more improvements we made to the fox character, including animations, morphs, grooms, skins, abilities, and more. But for now, I hope this gives a sense of how seriously we take our player feedback
So cool.
and getting the movement right. We are grateful for the players who play our games and help guide our designs. We still have plenty to learn, but we're really proud of where our character has landed.
Transparency,
Spirit of the North
accountability.
2 is now available on PC, PS5, and Xbox X and S. Thanks for watching.
I've been circling those games for so long. That got me more interested in playing both of them than so many other trailers. Because I want to see the difference. I want to go back and play that first game, probably get frustrated, and see it transform in the next one. This Temtem Swarm here. This is the Temtem Survivor-like game. I love a Survivor game because, like I said, I love a game where I can just turn my brain off for a little bit, because that's what we need in this world, and so many games make that very easy to do. Another one I played recently, the demo of Beatdown City Survivors. That one was really fun. A little more active. You actively choose when to attack and stuff. Yeah. Difficulty sliders is really good. Oh, big hops. Yeah, this is exclamation point frog, please. This game is really cool. Really good movement. Voice acted narrative.
You're looking a little green there, Frog. You good?
This place is making me sick.
Oh, toughen up, Hop. It's good to have your world turned upside down every now and then.
Yeah, I played this demo. Really fun, really cute. You're trying to get home. You're a frog who always wanted to leave his forest.
What's up, guys? My name is Clint Sparks, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Global Gaming
And then
League.
gets taken away,
Know that gaming
and then
is
is
the
desperately
fastest
trying to
growing
get
form
back.
of entertainment in the world. Makes more money than the movie, music, and television industries combined, but yet it's still disconnected from mainstream pop culture and the streets. That's why I'm here today with Media Indie Exchange, the home of discovery and innovation in the gaming world, to get you guys familiar with the future of gaming. Welcome to the Global Gaming League.
I saw a clip of this where T-Pain was like
introducing the Global Gaming
beefing
League,
with
a
someone
league
else.
of celebrity-owned teams playing both new games from Call of Duty and Valorant to retro games like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Tetris, and everything in between. A first-of-its-kind multi-game title league where gaming, music, sports,
Okay, I like a
fashion, and
multi-game
culture converge.
game
This
league.
is not a traditional esports league. The GGL is a gaming entertainment league that combines the competitiveness of traditional sports leagues,
I gotta spin the chain.
theatrics and storylines like the WWE,
Fight me! You keep pressing A. Actually fight me.
I'm pressing Y.
and the fanfare and
That's
rivalry of
good.
the
That's a good
UFC,
comeback. That's the clip I saw.
attracting legions of new fans, real celebrities, real entertainment.
Soldier Boy halftime show. Let's go.
Real money.
Oh wait, DMCA.
Everybody
Oh fuck.
games. So we built something for everybody, giving
I just
gamers
got
around
DMCA,
the
bro.
world the chance to compete and build a real career as a gamer.
Your mama could even
Vinny hates this.
The Global Gaming League will connect cultures, build international bridges, uplift underserved communities, and close age gaps while making gaming a household name. And the new pop culture phenomenon.
Just tossing a clip of Stephen A. Smith in there is very funny.
hustle. These guys are pros.
My 5-year-old is better than me at Tetris.
Yeah, there's a lot there. I know one of the guys in there is like a little problematic as one of the owners of a team.
I am looking forward to the Tim update, and as always, Spirit of the North 2 looks beautiful and fantastic. Much love to the Global Gaming League for pushing things to new heights regarding innovation in gaming entertainment. Looking forward to partnering with them on the future and all of their endeavors.
Absolutely. Oh, snap, Justin. It's key giveaway time.
Get your phones out.
Thank you to the generous
Get your phones
donations of our
out.
participating developers throughout the show. Just scan the QR code on your screen to
Oh.
count them freebies and follow
Why does it keep going
Media
away?
Indie Exchange
Sorry,
on
chat.
all your socials to stay in the know. While
Not
I'm
that.
hitting you with the
There you go.
reminders, go visit the Mixed Summer Game Showcase event page on Steam to see all the titles we're featuring today and wish list the ones that tickle your fancy. Our devs benefit from growing their wish list numbers, so don't be shy.
Petchcore, you're
Cool.
not that off.
Extra cool. Definitely the ones that tickle your fancy. Next, we will karate chop into the next segment, which features games from flying fists to fearsome bosses. This category has some titles that are straight crack. So let's rock
Whoa.
into the next seg.
Doing drugs? Let's go. Maybe. Yes. Papucom, put this on your radar, chat. We're going to have our review out soon. This game is sick as hell. True co-op experience. Normally I'm telling you to wait for our review, but this is a banger. Really fun, mixing bubble popping mechanics with the like kind of symmetric co-op experience of something like Split Fiction, with like the aesthetics and vibes of something like Astrobot. It's truly, and it's like, look how this looks like an extremely polished game. It's just, you know, it is indie. In your Christian Minecraft server? But no, this is a really, really, really cool game. If you're looking for co-op experiences to play with friends and partners, this is absolutely one of them. Cool customization. Yeah, full suite of mini games that are like fully their own games. $20 this game, chat. Yeah, four-player mode that is pure puzzles, giving Pico Park vibes. I'll play with you, Viddy. You gotta buy it. I remember this one because it was like a lot of the vibes is giving Rematch, which is the new one coming from the Seafood developers. Obviously a little more like power based, but like the arena and even some of the visual aesthetic is giving Rematch, which is kind of weird. But again, it's probably one of those things where just happened to be making this game. Okay. Definitely a Smosh game. The Gentleman. No, this looks fun. We love a goofy physics-based party brawler, you know what I mean? It's got the World League in it, so people will like it more, and it's free. We need more games like this. Too many party games are like actually have mechanics. I want that. I want a game with no mechanics, just goof. Someone tell Spencer Agnew right now. If you don't know, Smosh does a Gentleman's series. Is this like a boss rush thing? Boss rush dodgeball? So yeah, it seems like it's person with limited mechanical upgrades versus giant robots. Okay, pretty. Okay, no, yeah, we've seen this. Yeah. It's giving 3D Titan Souls, which was a boss rush game. Looks really intense. Too much going on to where the bitrate is not keeping up. Here's Beatdown City Survivors. It has a really great soundtrack too. Beatdown City is a kind of like a series now. They had Trouble in Beatdown City, which was like a tactics beat 'em up, which was cool. And then yeah, now we have a Survivors beat 'em up. Very ACAB.
This is a style for a title that sounds silly, but nothing kill you if you don't keep that on the swivel. Keep the name and kiss my grits, meat is brittle. Metro North as they smash, keep it ill. Billy Cart hold his favorite game on Oakley. X-Men head to head with Mikey, now you know me.
The soundtrack is so good. It's not Cyber Dugan.
Hi gang, I'm Nanda Gamecom, the game director of Troublemaker 2 Beyond Dream. This is an open-world action comedy game and a direct sequel to the first Troublemaker.
Troublemaker was like
the event of the original game.
Yakuza-like.
We're diving deep into the themes of dreams and drugs. Two of the biggest inner battles we often face as we grow from teenagers into young adults. We now have two main protagonists, Udi the Cipta Last Champion, returning main character from the first game, and Jordan Santoso, the pianist from the band Beyond Dream. The contrast
Yeah,
in
we
their
wrote about
acting
the
style
first
and
one.
Story perspective will create a much more intense and emotional narrative, as we witness their journey through struggles, chasing their dreams.
I'm curious, they said
Unlike
one
the
from...
first Trollmaker, which was limited to high school, this time you are free to explore South Jayakarta, a city inspired by a place across Indonesia, including Jakarta and my hometown, Pacitan City. And yes, Trollmaker 2 is our first ever open world game, following the Trollmaker 1, which was our debut action game. In this city, you discover tons of unique side stories, reflecting the real voice and daily life of South Jayakarta people. Wacky and creative minigames hidden in unexpected corners. And of course, since Beyond Dream is now part of the character roster, you can visit their studio, jam with the band, and play.
Yeah, Beyond Dream. I want to look into that. What is... They said one character from Troublemaker and then one from Beyond Dream. Is that another game I don't know about?
As a small indie developer from Indonesia, we proud to bring an open world experience set in a world that feels truly local and authentic. Trollmaker 2 Beyond Dream is launching in Q3 2025 on Steam, so don't forget to visit the game and follow us, Gamecom team, on all of social media platforms. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned, stay woo.
So cool that... I remember that first game was really impressive, and now this one looks even more impressive. So cool, it's a pure indie team. Shout out.
Hello, I am Ramon Nafria from Language
Video would
Studio,
play.
and I want to present you Army Moves Over the...
Jump! We love an auto runner.
Army Moves Overdrive is a
Wait.
reimagination of
Whoa.
Army Moves as if it was developed these days. And what is Army Moves? Army Moves is a game from 1986 for several microcomputers: ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, Commodore Amiga, Atari ST, MSX, and even some
Really
of
cool.
oldest PCs with the CGA, graphic cards, and this type of things. It began a series of games that include Navy Moves, Arctic Moves, and more recently, and not official, Space Moves.
I
It is
love
one
a
of the bestsellers of what
remake
is called the golden
games
age
from that
of
era.
Spanish video games development. It will be an action game with some twists in its mechanic, like stealth, use of vehicles, and the best slap movement in the history of video games. We want to release Army Moves Overdrive to all modern devices, if nothing strange happens, next year. We expect you to enjoy it.
That's so cool. I love the over-the-top animations. Are like, you know, they're like reeling back while shooting, and the way the cars are just flying.
Army Move Overdrive.
That's really cool. Huh? Turn-based roguelike clean 'em up. Okay. I'm intrigued. I need to like. That's one you need to get your hands on.
Support ends, memories fade. But not here. At GOG, we believe that if you buy a game, it should be yours forever. That's why, back in November, we launched the GOG Preservation Program, a promise that your games will keep working even if they're delisted or no longer officially supported. 6 months in, we've already added nearly 60 titles to the program. Here are some of the best you can play right now.
GOG is doing really good work. Bringing a lot of these games back to playable on modern systems. So many games just get lost and you can never play them again. And GOG is it's game preservation, man. On the highest level.
What's coming next? You'll want to stick around.
Okay, where are my old schoolers at? One of those games gave me serious Sega
You know why,
Soccer
Vinny.
Slam vibes for real. Definitely can't wait to give that one
You
a
know
spin.
why.
Also, shout out to GOG for keeping it thorough with their mission in keeping games alive.
Now we're going to keep things going with some creepy horror, comedy horror, FPS games, and action. Let's go.
Horror block. Get spooky.
I have to save them all.
Me when I have to save them all?
Even when the city resists.
Me when the
With
city
everything
resists.
it has. Sometimes it feels like everything is in my hands. Even time.
Are you, Vinny?
If my patient dies today.
Ooh. Wait, I'm in. Wait, I'm in.
I saved them yesterday. At first, it seems to be working. But I can't save everyone with my own hands. The city is dying from others' mistakes.
Wait, this is sick. It's got a time loop
And I
too?
try to fix them.
Whoa.
I take control.
That guy was surrendering.
And the city stops resisting.
This looks extremely
Everything
cool.
becomes possible. A vaccine. The immortal man. Order. The Inquisitor and the army. Impossible structure. The plague made flesh. This can't just be a dream.
I'm really intrigued by that one.
So, effectively,
Oh,
you
it's
became
pathologic?
the head of an emergency task force, using any means to fight the plague. Tell me, Dankowski, before and after, were you always aware of the consequences of your actions?
Yo, Pathologic is a series that I've watched so much about, read so much about, never played. That looks incredible. Oh. Polly. Don't. Oh, we just saw this at the Horror Game Awards. Skateboard horror. Skateboard demon girl horror. We all love a skateboard demon girl. Oh. Don't like that whispering in my ears. Don't like it. Ah, yes, the woman defeats vehicles and parkours game that we've seen a few years running now. Love it when it's all my fault, Vinny. It's never your fault. It's not your fault. We love a game that effectively showcases scale. Motor slice. She's blushing. She blushed at me. What a vibe shift.
Hey everyone, I am Max and I am Isla Creative Director at Pulsatrix Studios. And I am here to introduce our game to you guys. In Isla, you will play as Samuel, a beta tester responsible for testing a range of new technologies in the year 2035. One day, you receive a new VR dev kit with an inbuilt artificial intelligence promising of being capable of developing horror experiences in real time based on the user's neural activities and active feedback. But the resources it uses to create the most immersive experience possible are the same weapon which will imprison someone.
Nah.
As virtuality merges with reality, you must use everything in your power to free yourself from this tailor-made psychological torture device as the lines blur between what's real and what isn't.
Nah.
You will have to face your innermost terror.
Once again,
survivor horror filled
third-person
with
horror I can
challenging
handle
enigmas,
because I
an
can see
oppressive and
my
intense
surroundings.
atmosphere,
First-person
and
horror where I have to go,
combat
huh?
against grotesque
And then
abilities.
something's right there. Nah. You can even ask, I was playing a shotgun golfing game with horror elements, and you can ask Fern, I tried the demo and screamed at the top of my lungs
is a
several
homage
times.
to classic games of the genre, such as Resident Evil and Silent Hill, through both mechanics and thematic resonance. In some of the levels, you will be through the paces of true psychological horror, and in others, survival will be the key to get through. Discover the truth behind Isla, but be careful. Some of your choices that you make will affect the ending that you get. Arm yourself with a great arsenal when the task ahead demands it. Do what you must to survive.
I do love a game
We
that's
hope you
shifting
enjoyed this
its
speak into
reality
Isla.
and it
Please
gives you
consider
that gives that
wishlisting on
the
Steam
opportunity
as
to
it
give
really
like a bunch of
helps us
different
out.
themes and concepts.
Thank you.
Okay. Is this Project Zomboid for anime pixel nerds? Okay, okay, they are zombies. We love a bear.
TV fellas. This looks like a job for the Toxic Crusaders. It's cleanup time! How dare you hit my beautiful...
Oh, hell yeah.
Mom? Maybe next time.
Oh, I love that for a single player. Because sometimes you want to see all these cool characters, but then you play single player and it's like you can only really play as one of them for the whole game, but then this gives you multiple.
I expected better from our nation's future burger flippers.
I don't know much about the Tromaverse, but I know it's got huge love.
Processed slop and the good people of Tromaville.
Who knows, Vinny? I don't know.
Into a ravenous horde of drooling monstrosities.
Say, Foxy, did our nation's educational system always include rampaging student gangs and a giant radioactive squirrel?
I love the goofiness.
End of the line, Toxic Crusaders! Boomstick for an arm, chain gun fingertips, and
Hey,
the
yo.
might of all storms in your fists. With this kind of power, no one can stand in your way.
I like Captain Wayne. I don't know much about him, but he's selling me. He's giving me Dirk Warhard.
Stainless HQ, over. This is Detective Stanley Steel Press. I'll be docking at Orca Isle at approximately 1300 hours. Over.
Crimes.
He's part man, part shotgun.
It's Inspector
This Captain Wayne
Gadget?
guy is the biggest menace these waters have ever seen. Once he has his sights on something, he'll stop at nothing to get it. And all that stand in his way are reduced to mist. There's no army nor fleet that can stop his fury. What? Dangerous? Oh, no, sir. You've got Detective Stanley.
Yeah, this
Steel
is...
Press on the go. Of course I can.
Inspector Gadget vibes. I'm in love with this right now.
You talk a lot of big game there, don't you? But if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Come and get me, copper.
Whoa.
Captain Wayne's Vacation Desperation. Wishlist now on Steam.
I like that a lot. I love...
Well, go on already. What are you still doing here, man?
the rise of unique looking boomer shooters. Chat, I have to P3, but I can't leave. Not at least until a break in the trailers. Feels like we're coming into the final few blocks after this one. Biddy, that was an accident, Biddy. We love women here. I'm not leaving my seat during women-led games. I'm staying right here. During women-led games, I'm not even talking. I'm just looking in the camera going the whole time. I'm listening and learning, truly. No matter why. World premiere chat, lock in. Never before seen. I gotta, yeah, I'm gonna get a battle bucket ready. What are these leopard flesh leopards. Is that a raptor? All right, Biddy. I don't want to. You're saying I play it a lot so far this SGF, and then sometimes on stream you're like, I don't know what to play this week, guys. You better be writing some games down. Athanasia. Oh, we love a sick baseline. I think I might have just gotten an email about this one and I was intrigued. Or I downloaded the demo or something. I do like to revert back to boomer shooter chaos from time to time. That's not true, Vidi. You were reading so much during Legends of Legaia. Holy shoot.
Pathologic looks very thrilling and super atmospheric.
Okay, I'm
In
going.
contrast, Captain Wayne
Justin,
is
I'm sorry, I
super
have
over
to.
the top and fast paced. I love that team. They are so cool.
They are very cool. All right, game fans, we are cruising to the finish line. I hope you've enjoyed the show so far, and thank you for sticking around for this last set of games. Up next, we are jumping into some deck building games, a genre that took the indie world by storm a few years back. And the genre's popularity doesn't seem to be letting up as the next collection of games makes clear.
We also have a few RPGs bringing that classic old school feel and JRPG flavor. Plus, for the dice rolling fans, we got a game that really captures the freedom of playing a classic tabletop adventure. Are you excited yet? But without further ado, let's check out some Dungeons, Dragons, and deck building games.
Whew, I'm back. This game is sick. I know this one. I think it's called like Shrine's Legacy or something. Glory said it in chat, so I'm sorry. I mean, right now, I would say this is an RPG block. I appreciate a rhythm game RPG saying, look, we know you're not all amazing at rhythm games, so we're gonna have actual difficulty levels for everyone. Because sometimes these games come out and they tune it for one difficulty and one difficulty only.
Hey,
I'm Christopher Holdegård, the developer of Esoteric Ebb.
This one's
In
really
Esoteric
cool,
Ebb,
chat.
You are
Lock
the
in.
cleric, a glorified civil servant in a fantasy
Yeah, this is also an
on the
RPG.
brink of its first ever election. The events of Ebb start when you're sent to investigate a magical incident, an explosion, and a tea shop in your city of Norvik. Depending on how high or low you make the stats, your experience will radically differ with each playthrough. Your political alignment, how you approach a quest, and even your dialogue choices are all affected by your ability scores. The stats will chime in and nudge you in directions that align with their personalities, not always to your benefit. Ebb is all about being the player at the table, making the most interesting decisions, and finding your own unique solutions. Whenever a challenge appears, a 20-sided die will be rolled. Then you add or subtract.
This is
any
really cool,
modifiers
chat.
to
I
reach
played
that
this
final
demo.
number. If you find a challenge you couldn't possibly succeed at, there are always ways to make your life easier. Explore the branching dialogues, gather information from around the city, or wield mighty spells to improve your chances. Every little choice matters and will affect how the cleric navigates sticky situations. Don't forget to wishlist Esoteric
Exactly,
Ebb on
it's Disco
Steam for
Elysium
updates
Fantasy.
on our road to launch. Thank you.
It seems like there's not really combat in this game. It's a lot of interesting challenges that you're rolling against.
Hi, I'm Ryan Yalye, studio
Really
director
cool
for Fangamer and one of the developers of the new version of Off. Off is a 2008 indie RPG that went on to inspire games such as One Shot and Undertale. Fangamer is working with the original
So
creator,
hyped
Mortis
for
Ghost, to
Off
provide an
coming
updated
back.
version for modern platforms. Let's take a look at the all-new combat system.
The malls of Zone 2 are a perfect way to show off our new combat system.
Someone tag,
Going straight in the battle,
Boy Vandals,
we'll have the batter
Maddie.
do a basic attack. And Alpha will do a competence from the competence menu. In this case, we'll choose Saturated String for additional damage. Omega will also do a basic attack. But if you notice, Omega is charging up. If you look at its meter in the bottom right, it is actually going twice as fast and is spiking up. This means that it's going to do a critical hit.
Can't
in the
wait
next
to
turn.
beat Off, says
That way,
Viddy.
we can choose a big competence to ensure that
That's
we purify
S
the
Video
enemy.
Tech.
We'll go through and do a saturated string and a basic attack. And if you notice, the batter also is spiking up, but it got confused. Not all critical hits are to your advantage. We'll have to be able to quickly dispatch the enemy if we want to make sure that we don't get any additional damage. The song you are listening to, by the way, has been created by James Roach, one of the musicians of our all-new soundtrack. We're going to go up against the same pair of enemy in the exact same way. We're going to start with an attack, a saturated string, and then follow up with another basic attack. However, one of the enemies is going to charge a critical hit.
A new
We're gonna
soundtrack
change
would,
our
is such a
tactics
great
and
way
see if
to
we can
buff
try and
this
take down that enemy
experience
before the
without
critical
like
hit had a
drastically
chance to
changing
be
it.
able to hit us. However, it looks like we're too late, and we took a massive hit, and also caused confusion as well. This isn't good, but we can be able to at least get our revenge on that enemy. Oh no, it looks like the batter also took confusion, and now the other enemy is charging a critical hit against you. You can easily see how the critical hit system can be beneficial to you, or work against you. You can also use the critical hit system.
No, yeah, I know Maddie is
so that you can
definitely
get a
aware.
critical heal off of an item. Thankfully, at the end of the mall, we have something to look forward to. An advertisement for cat food. For returning players, we also have 6 all-new bosses designed by the original creator Mortis Ghost. They take full advantage of the systems you saw today. Does this area look familiar?
In addition to James Roach, we also have all new music by Morosk, composer of Stray, Exahava, Banshee Beat, one of the composers for Omori, Night Margin, one of the creators of One Shot, and Toby Fox, creator of Undertale and Deltarune. Off will be coming out sometime later this year on Nintendo Switch and Steam. Thank you very much for watching.
I love that they're remaking this game with such care. I was reading an article about where the developer was saying like everything is coming from like with his blessing and his input. And he can see that the people involved are really passionate about the project. So shout out to the Fangamer team for making sure that that game that's so beloved and inspired so many great games is getting a proper remake in the way it should. One thing I'm really excited about is that the version that people play of that game that they love is not an official translation. It is a fan translation. So like there may have been some things lost in translation. And so this is going to be essentially the first official translation of that game, and I'm curious to see how that manifests. Anyways, onto this one. Tile-based. Dungeon crawling. Bro, I feel like my roguelike gaming, like literal tile-based roguelike gaming stuff, it boosted so much after I played a ranger. Learning how to navigate a tile-based grid in a way that really works. Also, so far, not a single deck builder. You guys have really got lied to. This has entirely been RPG. But yeah, Wild Tactics. Cool to finally see gameplay. Little sad. So I don't know if you guys remember this one. This one had the really cool animated debut reveal trailer, where like it was really like comic book art style. Kind of sad that the actual gameplay is more. It's like the stuff on the like this. Kind of sad the gameplay is a little more like 3D, almost like lightly, like not even really that stylized. But still really intrigued by that game.
Welcome, pilot. This is your pre-flight safety briefing.
Please
remain seated while we absolutely cook.
Stay seated while we absolutely cook. Starvaders is goated.
This game is so... I'm gonna say goofy. There's so many crazy combos you can pull off in it. I love the bomb mix. It just feels so satisfying.
I'm just
fun
in love with
maxing.
it. You need to check this one out. If you're not satisfied, I don't know how to satisfy you.
This is one of the coolest games I ever played. Because I'm a bomb.
I don't think this boss was ready for me and my bomb-nanigans.
So worth checking out, chat. Really, yes, this game will live rent-free in your brain. That is true. I'm surprised we only had like 2 world premieres so far on this.
Hush now, Olvi. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Dream
Vibes.
beneath the darkened skies. My little one, the night has come. The wind still hums its silent song. I follow your steps through ash and clay. Every step leads me astray. With trembling hands, I search, I yearn. Yet what has passed cannot.
Okay, 2 deck builders now in here.
The shadows rise and twist your voice. I cut them down without remorse.
This poem
The stars
vibe.
above beheld my cry, but only echoed back the sky.
This is cool.
I call upon fire to ignite my wrath. I call upon the spirits to light my path. Speak to me, love. Let me hear your breath. And never again your howl of death.
That looked beautiful. pirate deck builder? Okay, I thought it was you were on a bow, but it's more than that apparently. Wish it was pirates. My dude. Love this like very old school medieval gaming soundtrack. Wise from your way. The energy I'm getting right now. It's a sick soundtrack though. Oh, big turtle. Dark Hearts of Candlewood. Ooh, I like that.
I love seeing that update for Nocturne. It is such a slick title, and I am definitely going to add it to my wish list. Now make sure you go to the Steam event page and wish list your favorites from the last segment, as well as all others from today's show.
Wow, Candy, I cannot believe it's over already. Unfortunately,
it's over.
Even the best indie game showcases eventually come to an end. Remember to visit the Mixed Summer Showcase event page on Steam, where all our featured titles can be
60
found.
games, chat.
You missed something awesome. Wish list now and live your life free of regrets
That
later.
seems kind of low for them.
Thanks to all the devs who participated in today's showcase. We can't wait to get our hands on your handiwork. And another mighty muchos gracias to our sponsors, Exola, Ryzen, Acapulco Games, HeroCraft, Hype Train Digital, Indie.io, Joystick Ventures, Neon Doctrine, New Blood, Noodle Cake, Retroware, Silver Lining, Top Hat, Tripwire, XD Network, Inc., GOG, ID at Xbox, and the Global
Last year they had
Gaming League,
73, and then they had 3 special publisher showcases that added another 18.
Folks, the mix will return sooner with another showcase,
And this is
filled
just
to the brim
60
with a new
flat.
assortment of astonishing indie games. While you're waiting, be sure to follow us so you don't miss any important announcements or upcoming events. The mix is always cooking, so keep your socials on point to stay in the loop.
And remember to mark your calendars for the next Black Voices in Gaming Showcase coming Monday, June 9th at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Special thanks are due to the team at The Mix that puts all of our events together with speed, skill, and smarts. Y'all make this look easy. Thanks again, y'all. This is Justin Woodward, your host and
Thanks,
co-founder
Justin.
of The Mix, signing off.
And I'm
Thanks,
Candace Woodward.
Justin.
Thanks again for having me, Justin. I cannot wait to the next one.
We will see you soon. Peace. I can't believe that I
What's
just
this?
bounced, put on my soft clothes, grabbed a controller to play games without saying that there is a bomb that's going to drop on Saturday, June 7th with a plethora
bomb?
of indie game showcases. You guys got to check it out. Wholesome Direct,
Okay.
Women-led
Love
games,
that.
Latin American Game Showcase, Southeast Asian Game Showcase, Green Games, Frosty Fest Games. That is all in one day, ladies and gentlemen. And on
I know.
Monday, June 9th, Black Voice in Gaming.
I
Turn it
know.
on
I know.
And tune in for some awesome stuff. Peace.
Really cool. Shout out the brand new era of Guerrilla Collective, in that it's no longer the Guerrilla Collective, is the Media Indie Exchange Summer Games Showcase, or the Mixed Summer Games Showcase. And we will be here to recap that for you, Lori. Yeah, there's so much happening that day. That is a literal 9 to 5, if not longer, because of pre-show and post-show. So we're gonna, and it's non-stop. We don't have a break. There's even so much going on that day that we have to skip one show and then come back to it because of how much is happening and how much is packed into that one day. Viddy, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.